What's going on, everyone? It's Katie Babs, and welcome to the pre-show for Dance Gavin Dance with DWP. Later on, they're going to be completely shutting down Tower Bridge here in Sacramento for their Tree City Sessions Volume 2. But until then, they're showing me around their hometown.
Oh, hey, John. How's it going, man?
I'm alright.
Did you hear about that party?
No. Where's that?
Dude, is it 26th and P or what?
It's L.
So we're on 26 and L in Sacramento.
Yes.
What's the significance to this cross street for you guys?
Well, other than it being the Sutter's Fort, which is fantastic, we dropped these cross streets in our song Rock Solid on the self-titled EP.
What year did that come out?
That was 2008. It's just a spot, we used to have a lot of parties at.
In the actual song, it's not really a lyric as much as it is just talking.
Yeah.
It's
It's more like a misnomer. It's like there's a party somewhere in the area and we don't know where it is and we're trying to figure it out. And, I called out Sutter's Fort, I guess is the joke of it.
Yeah.
A historical landmark. Sacramento.
Not only to Sacramento, but to the state of California.
So when you were actually writing that part, though, with 26 and L, did you try to do it with another street, but it didn't quite work out the same?
Well, the part was actually completely freestyled, so there was no writing that went down. We just did it in one take. So it has an awkwardness to it, and there's a bit of fumbling. And we just did it once, and then we're like, okay, well, that's it.
This works.
Yeah.
I don't think I've stepped foot here since field trip in junior high.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Same here.
I never got invited to the secret Sutter's Fort raids.
yourself a medal. You just met the devil. You're the last in the world to find another false god. Give yourself a medal for dancing with the devil. You're the last in the world. Come back down to dribbling down. We'll bury back your voice in an hatred. Smokes a bag of twisted buried folks not in England. We'll smooth this isolation and say we get off the high horse and fly the smack blade. Classic acid, put me back in the casket. Whip me into the fabric, the filter is freaking out.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
That is
I
so
live
cool.
like right here. I just put up, I'm like, that's real small.
That's why we're here.
John used to live right
We
here.
used to live there.
Yeah, I'm in the top 100 here.
I lived in the.
You
You're
live
in the
right
bottom
on.
one?
Yeah, that was my bedroom, the one on the right, the bottom right one.
Wait, so you live?
Yeah, I live right here. Or no, the Death Star album's still like my favorite.
Oh!
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. But real fans know Death Star.
Death Star album for sure.
No, that's pretty cool that you live where they used to live.
That's hella cool.
The chances of that happening are very unlikely, and it just happened.
You used to get Mad Dog.
I can't have a bad dog.
What's Mad Dog? What is it?
Mad Dog 2020.
You've never had Mad Dog?
No!
Yeah.
What's Mad Dog? Let's
It's like,
have it.
It's this fruity, like
puke
super.
before.
Oh, let's do it!
Cheers.
Oh, no, in the background.
Cheers!
Cheers. Cheers.
All right, so we're standing in front of Sun Up Market, but also where you guys used to live.
Yes,
Yep.
John and Eric.
I used to live there. That was my room. Here's the living room. This was 2006 and 7, the first album era, the EP. We used to hang out here a lot.
Spent a lot of time
yeah.
here playing NBA 2K.
Yep,
Yeah.
doing trading all day.
That
and
was
then
the
we
game.
and then we would go over here to get our alcohol
Yeah.
and
Starting at
yeah.
really young. At young ages.
It's
Right,
okay,
right.
you can
Over
say
there.
that you were 16. We all had fake IDs back in the day. It's all right.
They have new ownership now.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. Basically, yeah. I used to come here and buy booze. We'd drive all the way down here even if I wasn't hanging out with John or
Yeah.
Eric just to get alcohol here.
I mean, it's pretty convenient. What is it? Maybe 20 steps
Yeah.
from door
20
to
feet,
door?
yeah.
Has it always been called Sun Up Market though?
Yeah.
It's never
Yeah,
changed.
yeah, it's never changed. The same sign too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all the same.
Yeah.
And
But-
so, if you were coming here when you were 16, how long ago was that?
This is when we first started the band, so it was 15 years ago, 14 years ago.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
05 through 07, I think.
It has
We
been
lived
15
here.
years
Was
of
it-
Dance Gavin
Yeah.
Dance in 2020, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and this for sure. We were just talking about how we remember signing. It was the first time I ever had to sign so much stuff, and it was the Downtown Battle Mountain One CD inserts. And at that time, I think it was only like 400 or 500, but I just remember it seeming like a lifetime. Now we
I
do
remember
shit all
being
day.
on the band's MySpace in that living room, and then we got sent a message from Rise saying, "Want to sign with us?"
Right,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there. We're showing it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely like the breeding grounds of the early days of the band. If our band had like a Fantasyland like ride at Disneyland, you'd definitely start out like right here going down the street, and Sun Up Market would be on the side.
Yeah. And I remember I remember having, I think it was my 18th birthday here, and It Prevails, the band It Prevails, another Rise band, was in town and at the birthday party, and we just got blackout drunk.
Yeah.
And I woke up covered in newspaper and cuddling their singer Cam or something. It was
I
fucking
think the
weird.
bass player was Cam.
Yeah, I don't know. See,
Yeah.
I heard the time.
With you guys living here now, when was the last time you actually came here?
Oh, it's been a long time.
A really long time, yeah.
really long
Well,
time.
I mean, it's funny because I'll drive by it sometimes, be like, oh, there's something.
Yeah.
But I haven't actually stopped here probably a decade.
So I've always wondered, since it's been 15 years of Dance Gavin Dance, when you guys first started and you had a vision for the band compared to where it is now, because there have been a lot of changes, a lot of things have gone down, but the music has always, I felt, stayed true to you guys, at least for the listeners. But has it done everything you have wanted it to do and for it to be?
I didn't really have huge hopes for it. I mean, I just wanted to make a good record and play at the venues in town. So like when we broke out of that, everything was breaking ground from my expectations.
I was sort of hoping for a private jet by now, but it's okay. No, honestly, everything's totally exceeded, for me personally, my expectations, which were little to nothing in the first place. So, I mean, just the fact that we could still do this and that we're all still doing it together 15 years later is something special.
Yeah, and has the process for writing kind of, there's a lot of you, so I feel like there has to be some people who disagree with things at times, of course, and people who buddy together and all of that. But does it take you a long time in the writing process to agree on everything and decide?
Not
that
really. It's actually pretty quick. It's always been music first, and then vocals. So it's pretty streamlined. Like where we started writing to where we are now hasn't really changed too much. And it's never been like a huge battle type thing where people are like, well, no, we need this or we need that. Like everybody's usually pretty much on the same page, and we'll just write a couple more songs that we need, and the ones that people don't like we don't use. So it's been really easy actually writing for our band. It's not a huge struggle like some bands have.
Yeah, and we have a nice process, because I do remember those days, like in the earlier stages of the band, like going to practice and to write, and then just like being there for like 2 hours and be like, well, we can't come up with anything today, we'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like that just never would happen. And today, you know, we work on something, we get it done, and then we're out.
Since you lived there, did the artwork start there? You said that you were heavily involved in all of that, so.
More so like the direction. It initially started, I did the EP, I went to school for art and graduated in it. The later album, it first started with like kind of by accident. We found Matthias's work. I can't remember who found it. It wasn't me. And then we just kept going with him.
It's been about 7 years with him, right?
Since he was 2007 was the first record that he
The full length.
First full length, the full length that he did, and since then he's done a ton of stuff from posters to the live record. But yeah, it's more so you give him an idea and then he just makes it happen. He's so good.
Is he also working on the graphic novel that you guys did?
The graphic novel artwork was more so inspired by the guy who did our animated videos, John Howe.
Oh, okay.
Then the first couple ones, I worked with him on the story. I guess we kind of worked together, but I give him more of the majority of the ideas, and then obviously he animated everything, so I helped a little bit here and there. But yeah, then the graphic novel is his kind of translated his artwork into more of a graphic novel.
Me and John got together at my house and just thought of how we could connect all the ideas from the music videos and make something that made sense for the graphic novel and create a cool story. And I'm pretty happy with how that turned out.
Yeah.
I mean, as someone who is in the group, but I didn't have too much to do with putting that together, and so I kind of feel like I'm an outsider looking in, and I think it turned out like really, really tight. So good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, love it. We'd love to do another one. So.
All right, well, cheers to Sun Up Market.
Yeah, thank you, Sun Up.
Yeah, Sun Up Market and to your old home.
Right.
You won't realize it's over. Take a step into unconsciousness, and the moment takes over. Swallow your pride, my soldiers, and embrace your ability. Let your new mind take over. I take a bow. Listen to the crowd. You know I gotta have it. I gotta have it all.
All right, we're at 16th and B at Flame Club at the Afterburner mural for Dance Gavin Dance. And it hasn't been defaced.
Still
it
here.
looks amazing.
I think it was only supposed to be here for a couple months, and they just let it keep riding.
It has lasted since what, April? The record came out in April?
Yeah.
And apparently there was a little bit of markings done right here, but fans came and cleaned it up.
Yeah. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You got loyal fans there. But the first single to come off of Afterburner was Prisoner.
Yes.
Did you guys make a music video for that song?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you guys also got lyrics. I love this record. I think it's probably one of my favorites.
Thank you.
And I could only imagine, with 2020 happening, obviously the record was released, weren't able to tour, and you weren't able to do Swan Fest. But tell us a little bit about Swan Fest. This is for you guys. This is your festival.
I mean, we wanted to start a festival for band. We always had a hard time getting on music festivals, kind of coming up as a band. Like that just is what it is. And now we're lucky enough to be invited and asked to play a lot of these cool things. But I think one of the main things for Swans Fest was giving a platform for bands that might not get asked to play, a lot of the active rock type festivals. So that was one thing. And we wanted to also, it was cool this year to have something in our hometown. That was always the original idea.
Yeah, a lot of festivals and just a lot of things are kind of segregated to this certain sound. And DGD is a band that kind of dabbles in a lot of different areas. So for us to be placed in certain festivals and things, it'd be like, we're too heavy for this, too soft for that. And we kind of wanted to make a festival where there is no line like that, there's bands of all different genres, all different styles, and you don't have to be just one thing. And the first one was really successful, and I could see it just getting better and better and attracting more and more bands that are eclectic and trying to do different things and break barriers in genres that that are kind of scary for a lot of promoters and things to take a chance on. But that's what we've made our bread and butter on, is just taking chances, and it's paid off for us.
Yeah, and if you guys could choose one band to be on Swan Fest that you really, really wanted to be on it, who would it be for you guys?
I think we all have individual picks for sure. I was trying to get a local band, kind of local to the area, called Velveteen on. That would be my one pick.
What about you, Jillian?
I don't know. I have to think about
Big
that.
or small? Like, it could be one of the biggest bands in the world and they could still be on Swan Fest.
I take a Perfect Circle on Swan Fest.
Oh, okay, that would be sick.
They can headline over us.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I guess to add to the eclecticness, it'd be tight to have an artist like Roddy Ricch, or someone kind of dabbling more into that genre. Because I don't know, it'd just be cool to kind of combine the two.
Yeah, that would definitely be a first time for a festival.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe have some rap.
Yeah.
Or a different genre.
Yeah.
I want the Blood Brothers on there. I'd be in the pit too, I
You'd be
could help
right
myself.
in there. I would want to put my Canadian friends and Protest the Hero on it, because I feel like they, I feel like they don't get on the festivals either. Yet they have such a strong fan base and sell out these crazy arenas in Canada, but then you never see them over here, and half of the people I talk to are like, who the hell is Protest the Hero?
Yeah,
Right.
that's
We need
a good
Alexis
idea.
on
I'm
fire
glad you
too.
brought them up.
That's
actually.
a good one.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, 2021. All right, I'm getting the credit for this one.
Yeah, what did you have, guys?
Canadian gal, yeah, right here.
Swallow your pride, my soldiers, and embrace your ability. Let your new mind take over. I'll take a bow. Listen to the crowd.
All right, we're chilling at Puss Cavern. Kind of weird to say. I don't know. When I think of pus, it's just not a good thing. It's kind of ugly. But in Sacramento, where you guys have recorded quite a number of records, Tree City, one of them being 2016, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a historic spot for me, because my band, back when I was in high school, came here to track our demos and our EPs and stuff like that, and did a bunch of recording here throughout the years. And our DGD's biggest real recording we did here was the Tree City Sessions 1 album, which we were all in different rooms recording, and that was a really cool experience to do something with DGD at the place that I've been recording since I was a teenager.
Yeah, that's a long time coming. It's been here for quite some time, and I heard that Incubus even recorded a record here. I didn't find it on the wall. I searched for it, but I did not find it. Did you guys have any memorable times recording here? Anything weird go down? Is it haunted? Are there any cool stories about it? Or is it just as it seems?
This is the place that I first recorded anything with Will's old band, or Matt was in it too, for all unknown. This is the first time I ever recorded a vocal, was here. And then did the Secret Band EP, Tree City.
We've done pre-production here
Done
too, for a lot of albums.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we only did Tree City here with DGD. We've done pre-production, but yeah, it's hard to really tell which one.
Secret band. That's a different band. So.
I don't even.
It just feels like we've been here a lot.
You're like, where am I? I've been here before. Tillian comes in, he's like,
I have. I have factually been here.
you just don't remember? And when you were recording Tree City, how long did it take you guys? How long were you in here for?
Yeah,
It
was quick, just a couple days?
Quick process, yes.
Yeah, because it's like it's a live album esque feel. So everything was like pretty raw.
Yeah.
You knew what you were coming in to do.
And that's how we're doing the second one too, just keeping everything raw, not polished, no layers.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be amazing. On a freaking bridge. I didn't like really. I was told about it, but it didn't really process in my head that it was going down on like such a big. I don't even.
Space.
What do you want to? Big space. And how boats go through it, and it has to be like ready to be opened and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, okay, this is about to go down. It's exciting stuff, but it's obviously been a tough 2020 for especially musicians.
And boats.
And boats. How have you guys been dealing with it though? Because you're not all located in Sacramento, correct? You all live in different, or is it just Tillian?
Yeah. Well, I live in LA, and then Andrew, our live guitarist, lives in Utah.
Okay. So how's the process been for you guys? I mean, you came out with a record, and was that recorded post-pandemic, post-2020, or
Before.
before then?
August through October of 2019.
Yeah, it was the lockdown started basically our first day of tour. So we showed up to the first venue in LA, and they just said, "Don't load in."
I actually remember this day very well because it was on my birthday, and I was getting ready to like go to the show, hang out with everybody, and get fucked up probably. But plans that did not go down, and it was a big bummer. You guys were like in the green room, ready to just get prepared for the show, and Derek got the call, right?
Yeah, we were like back waiting for the final answer, and then I believe like a handful of shows started to get canceled, and we just decided to pull the.
Yeah, it was like nothing to do but go to Veggie Grill.
Veggie Grill. Yeah, I think I ended up at Biology or one of those pizza. Blaze.
Didn't you
Blaze
go?
Pizza.
You went out to the front of the venue to like to say hi to the fans and tell them that we weren't playing.
Yeah, actually we did. It was like a sad day too. It was all like raining and like pouring down and cloudy, and it was in LA, and the weather's just not typically like that. And there was people already lined up for the show, and they were still waiting around because there was still not like a final yes or no that this thing was canceled. And so we had to go out and break the news to them that it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, they were waiting in the rain, which is pretty
Yeah.
And to be honest, I was in like disbelief about the whole situation for a long time. But it goes just in style of DGD. I feel like we always get dealt some interesting cards throughout the history of the band, and we just adapt and
you roll with it.
Yeah, we just roll with it and do what needs to be done to keep the momentum going.
And for Tree City, when you were recording it here, is there any song in particular that really stands out to you that you remember that had a good memory and story behind it?
Not really. It's always just crazy relearning some of my old stuff and being like, how could I have played this? Like, I didn't think I was this good, But,
in the early days.
Like, wow, how did I do that?
Yeah, we were talking about NASA, one of the songs we're playing for this, which was an album Happiness that we wrote in 2009, and then when I go and try to play it, it just like whoops my ass every time. Like, I think it's just we were younger and had more angst and energy, and now we're lazy old men.
Yeah, I went in to record that song, and I was like, this isn't even me on it.
Like, who's this person?
Literally.
Actually, not John. Oh, okay. You're like, wait, who is
I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Oh, because it wasn't me.
Oh, right. You're like, wait, who is this person? Oh, yeah, right, correct.
Changed a lot. You used to have a deeper voice.
A little bit different.
But I feel that's like the idea of the Tree City albums. In a sense, why we did it was to do some of these older songs with different singers and show
update them
and how we would currently sound performing them.
Make them better.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
No,
give them an upgrade.
Yeah, a little bit of an upgrade. That's what you're getting from it.
Yeah.
Was there a favorite song for you to record when you were doing it? Or something that was particularly very difficult?
Ooh, I mean, I guess singing some of the earlier stuff with the other singers, like where they were the original performers on it, it's just different range. So I have to like sometimes alter it or just kind of like sing in a range that isn't belting for me, but try to simulate belting. It just is different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And was there a favorite for anyone else?
Wow!
Hey!
Here's Tim.
How are ya?
Oh, here he is. He's here.
He can just lay out in front here.
I didn't know.
Just like Titanic style.
I did know.
Yeah, Tim, come over here.
Oh, you can.
Come over here. Come over here.
I have a seat carved out for you.
You can sit over here if you want.
Sounds good.
Wow, casually late. I mean, we were talking about Tree City, obviously, being recorded here, and I was asking the guys what was most memorable to record. Obviously, it was very different for the vocalists, clearly.
Yeah.
But what about for you?
I don't know. I think I just got excited because I could do like some different stuff that was on the record. I think that was the main appeal for it when I got in, is just putting some different spins on the songs.
Yeah, I can at least say on the newer, on Tree City 2, what we've been practicing, there's like there's certain things that the rhythm section does live that isn't on album.
Yeah.
That I find to be upgrades to the song.
Yeah. It's funny though, because like when we do record it live, and I feel like Tim's the same way. Like playing, we'll add and flashy things in that are pretty improv, and they're not going to be consistent every night. So, and it's based on how we're feeling and vibing, to be honest, I don't even know where I was going with this.
I mean,
Okay, well, with that being said, playing live for you guys, it's extremely intricate. It's very difficult. I can tell by just watching you, and I'm not a musician myself, but you can just see it, how hard it is. What is one of the times where you have fucked up big time and it's been completely obvious, or you covered it up really good?
I got a great one. It was in Japan. We were all present for this.
we have it on DVD.
Yeah, when we started, I think it was supposed to be Antlion, and I started Lemon Meringue Tie. Mm-hmm. And it completely threw.
It was tight.
It completely threw. And then
Antlion Meringue Tie.
Yeah,
but they're in the same key, so it like kind of works.
Yeah, we watched the footage, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden it like morphs into the song it was supposed to be. I just feel like that was one of the biggest catastrophic failures live.
We played Aftershock.
No big deal.
I think it was a couple years ago, and I completely forgot the lyrics to Summertime Gladness on the pre-chorus. I was just like,
An easy thing to do.
What the fuck are these lyrics? And even after the show, I was like, how does the song go? I still couldn't remember. And I had to like go check my fucking phone.
You do a Mandela effect.
Yeah, so what did you do? Like when you were did you kind of just like throw the mic away and do your little dance, or what went on?
I just fucked up. I think I just waited, and then I came in on the next line.
I don't know. I always thought that was rock and roll, though. The first show I ever went to was Green Day, and they played Brain Stew, and he just forgot everything. And then after the song, he's just like, "Sorry, everybody, I forgot all the lyrics."
Sorry about that. I apologize. Speaking of Aftershock, when you guys did play, you got off stage and walked home, right?
I did, yeah.
You like immediately, like you got off stage, you were like, oh, you know what? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm over
there's
this. You walked through the
There's
forest.
a clearing in the woods.
You jumped the fence.
Half home. I just started.
It was like the end of the Hulk. He just walked along.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just wow. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone doing that before. He was like, I'm not sticking around for anything else. I'm out of here.
Convenient.
What the fans chose, was it exactly what you expected?
No.
Actually,
Some
no.
of it. Maybe some of it. Yeah. Not all.
Yeah. I feel like in like the middle section of our records.
Yeah, I thought
It
they'd
made
go
sense,
even
but-
deeper on some of the tracks and be like, this is our chance to get them to play some really obscure, deep songs. But it wasn't as deep as I thought. There are a few that were unexpected, but a lot of them were still like on the more popular side of those albums, and I kind of like that. You know, I like playing with the
it was a mix-up.
I think it's cool.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just quickly going to say, I think it's cool too that we have the technology and the ability to like go out and take like research with our fans like that. That's neat because that's new to this industry. So
There was somebody who tried to cheat at the end.
I was wondering if we'd bring it up.
Yeah, because the votes were like pretty steadily like coming in, and then right at the end there was a gigantic bump, like way too big.
Yeah.
And it was all in
Super
a short
deep.
span of
And they were
time,
really
and they were
deep.
all really, really deep tracks. So it was like, all right.
So one person went and like purchased a bunch of votes to get it on there?
I guess they're a hacker or something. They know some code.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
It does happen. That's why a lot of magazines and companies don't do polls like that anymore, because they do get hacked and it's not
Fortunately, we were able to look back at like what time that started,
Right.
and all of a sudden those songs picked up, and it's very clear that
Yeah.
something.
So
wasn't
if you're
right.
gonna cheat again, do it gradually
throughout the day. Spread it out a little bit. So you're probably not gonna do the song that the hacker chose, or
Yeah.
are you?
What were they choosing?
They definitely chose like I don't.
PV.
They might have chosen
Oh, that's
demo
cool.
team. Yeah, demo team was one.
How would
Yeah.
they do that
was
to
like
us?
that was like it was in last place, and then all of a sudden it was in first.
That's hilarious.
right, well, you must be excited because you're playing that friggin' bridge
Oh yeah.
soon. Tower Bridge here in
Look at it.
Sacramento.
It's lit up. It looks beautiful.
It's
Oh wait, we were filming before.
It's a golden beacon.
Yeah. I have never seen it in person.
It's gorgeous.
And I really, when I was told about this, I thought it was going to be some little rinky-dink bridge, kind of one that was just a couple cars go over it ever so often. And then I come here and I'm like, oh, holy shit, okay. This is going down. You guys have obviously never played something as crazy as this, right?
No, maybe give or take a boat in France or something.
Yeah, we played a boat once, but yeah, this is a little bigger. Yeah.
Playing a boat is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You guys were in France?
We were, yeah. We played one in Budapest as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
We did do
At
that.
the
was a
top
fun
of the
night.
boat
Yeah.
in Budapest, and then the hull of the ship in France.
Yeah.
And the France one was smaller, so that the kids would run from side to side, and it would rock the boat.
shake, yeah.
And I ended up falling and hitting my face on the side of a monitor.
Damn.
Oh my god! And you kept playing?
Yeah, it was like it was the second to last song. And then we came off for the encore, and then I look in the mirror, I got this huge cut on my eyebrow.
Something to always remember.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully nothing like that happens during this show.
Right. I hope
For
Fall off the deck.
Tree City Sessions #2. It's going down, and the fans obviously helped choose a little bit of the set list. And there's going to be a lot of surprises in this one.
Yeah.
There kind of is, yeah.
3, 4, 5 surprises at least.
Yeah.
I think
At
so.
least 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most?
I think it's gonna look and feel really cool. It's gonna feel more like a show, I think, than the last one we did, which was kind of like in a warehouse. And this one's gonna feel like an actual show with a unique setup, a unique stage. I mean, it looks ridiculous already.
It does.
And it's not even set up.
So this is the pre-show. Fans are obviously tuning in now, getting ready for the show. What can they expect, or what can you tell them without giving anything away too much?
It's probably a big old cool light show. We've got that in store for the bridge.
There's gonna be, I don't know.
Fireworks, explosions, pyro.
I wish pyro.
Yes, or
yeah.
I mean,
High quality audio.
High fidelity
Yeah.
streaming.
multiple camera lenses from different directions.
Drones, right? Do we have drones?
Is it drones?
I think there's
Good.
drones, right?
I heard
Yeah.
you guys ordered some pigeons as well.
Oh yes, we always order
Yeah.
pigeons.
Release
Yeah,
them
yeah.
early. They're
Yeah, they're getting ready.
Yeah, they're test flight. See their formations.
Yeah, their formations
Beautiful.
are
Yeah, I've been watching these
spectacular.
guys. They've been practicing all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could give a message to the fans before they see the show, is there anything you'd want to say to them regarding even just Tree City Sessions, Afterburner, anything going on for 2021?
Yeah, make it a party. Get a little loose. Have something to have a beverage. Smoke a little bit. Enjoy it.
Unless you're underage.
Right.
Yeah, or yeah,
Legal
or
states,
unless,
all that.
You know, as long as everything's legal, of course.
Anything from you guys for the fans?
I second that. Yeah. Yeah.
I
love you.
Pretend you're at a show. Set up
I
set up
love-
the TV. Set up a PA in your living room.
That's good.
Don't invite your friends over if they are not in the same household, though. Virtual moshing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't
keep
get too
the
dangerous.
moshing VR.
Safety first. Safety first. All right, so make sure you are following Dance Gavin Dance on Instagram and Twitter, and Danny Wimmer Presents, because you're about to get the show of a lifetime. No fire, though, I lied.
This time won't blame myself, it's been baby, I can't stand it when you look so pathetic. I can't stop with the drink that love, it's like a habit. Feeling like a savage, you know I gotta have it. I gotta have it all. Now we're such a misfits. I gotta have it all. They call me heat in this stick. Can't stop with the rhythm, gotta have it all. I make them kiss they sisters. I gotta have it all. He flips his black ass through my head. She said, drink that love, don't demand it. Cause baby, I can't stand it when you look so pathetic. I can't stop with the rhythm of it. Drink that love, it's like a habit. Feeling like a savage, you know I gotta have it. I gotta have it all. I'm on the inside and they're on the outside waiting. This time I know myself. It's been a long time coming, been a long time coming.
All right, what's going on? It is Caity Babs hanging out with you here in Sacramento on Tower Bridge with the one and only Danny Wimmer himself and Mike Testa. Visit Sacramento. This is happening because of them. I don't know if you're ready for it. I want to know from the beginning, how long have you guys known each other? Where did it all start? Take us back a little bit.
Well, I met Mike when we were looking at maybe doing a festival in Sacramento. I was introduced to Mike through the Kings basketball team. And Mike was, from day one, when I met with Mike and I was pitching him doing a festival here, and I go, Mike, I have this vision. You got a strong rock station here. We want to do a rock festival here. Here's the vision of it. And the first thing Mike said was, let's do it. And when you have a city, when that's our first reaction, you know you're going to have a good place. You know you're going to have a good home. And we've been through a lot of stuff together. Remember our first year, it was a one-day festival. I think our attendance was like 11,700. And now we're about to have a sold-out Aftershock. It's in our 10th year, 11th year?
10th year?
10th year?
Well, I don't know if you remember this, it was 2 blocks from here that we met. And we looked at we were at an outdoor festival and Danny said, this won't work. So I drove to a couple other places. One was this giant parking lot and he looks at me and goes, well, it's just a parking lot. And so you start to understand, what this guy's trying to do, that it's got to have this sense of place. It's got to be more than just a venue. And then eventually we got to Discovery Park and that's the home. But it was the vision and you weren't willing to settle. I mean, we had a lot of other people who had done shows here, but you didn't like any of those venues.
It's funny, I called Mike 2 months ago and I said, hey, I have this idea, which leads us to why we're here. And I go, hey, that bridge, that gold bridge, that bridge where you have that great dinner and it's like the focal point of the city. Hey, you think we could shut it down? And once again, what's great about this city and what's great about Mike is he's like, we're gonna figure it out. And I was able to call the band the same day and go, I think we're gonna be able to figure it out. And now we're here shooting the show. We shut down this beautiful bridge and I'm super excited to have Dance Gavin Dance. This is their hometown. There's hometown pride. It ties me in here because this is my home away from home as well. We've had a festival here for years. I got my good friend here and I'm excited to, I know one of the band members always dreamed to shut this bridge down to do a show, and we were able to help make that happen. And there's a lot of pride.
It's pretty wild. It's a freaking bridge. It's Tower Bridge. I never in a million years thought I would, first of all, be here and hosting this awesome event and being able to see an amazing band just be able to shut this down in their hometown and perform. And I could only imagine the process of having to get this. It must have been difficult. Must have been some struggles.
Well, last night at dinner, I didn't realize we were having more problems than we were. He never led into that to me last night. Until dinner last night, he goes, well, maybe it wasn't that easy. And I kept telling the band, we're good. Don't worry, let's move forward. We're good.
Well, I told him if there was ever anything real that was going to block it, I would let him know. But, you know, I mean, it's the way these things go. You have a lot of different agencies you got to deal with. And, you know, I mean, for us, the big deal here is we're in California, right? So Sacramento gets overshadowed by LA and San Francisco and San Diego. And that's part of the reason Aftershock was so appealing and things like this are so appealing. We have to find a way to do this stuff. I mean, it's such a cool city and there's so much good stuff going on here that we have to make a little more noise than some of the other big, you know, kind of bucket list cities. But the more stuff we do like this and the more people are introduced to Sacramento, they're going to see the same thing in the local.
It is very underrated. It's a very underrated city, but everywhere you go, you feel like music in the air. Everywhere you walk, you see these metalheads and like old punk rockers, and everyone is so friendly, and it's just an amazing city. It needs way more credit, and Aftershock is absolutely doing that for the city. So I'm glad that it's going on, the 9 or 10 years that we were talking about. It's also a hub for discovering new bands. And it seems that every single time there's a band on Aftershock, and by the next year they have blown up and they're selling out mini arenas and 3,000 cap venues, like Palais Royale, for example. They played to, I don't know, probably 100 people. They ended up being one of the biggest rock bands in LA right now. You know what I mean?
That's because of
Fire from the Gods. Like the list goes on and on.
You know our teammates. You got Gary Spivak, who helps books this festival and curates the festival, and you know Amanda really well. I got two great teammates and 2 great bookers, and they definitely keep their finger on the pulse. And yeah, I'm very proud of our festivals being a launching pad of helping bands being discovered. I mean, this is one of the most. It's not like, you know, when I was, you know, not to age myself, but we don't have MTV anymore. We don't have this mass media anymore to launch bands, and that's what festivals become a platform to launch new acts.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for making this possible. Thank you for having me here. It's been an amazing couple days. I'm so excited for the show. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And if you haven't got your tickets yet, watch dancegavindance.com. It's up there or here or down here. Get your tickets. It's going to be an amazing show. We are leaving you from Tower Bridge.
I'm lost again. Where have my friends all gone? Been chasing stars so long that home feels like a distant memory. Guess I can turn my woes into familiar melodies. Reaching and grab that mouth, clean up the past and I'm sorry. Hey, I wanna eat my fear, fingers and go in here. I'll liberated. 10,000 words cling to photos of memory. Can't tell what hurts clouds to the sky. And if you need some healing, let the feelings open up your mind. Put your clouds to the sky. If you feel your feelings and the feelings hear you fucked up mind. Put your clouds to the sky. And if you need some healing, let the feelings open up your mind. Put your clouds to the sky.
Okay, that is it for our pre-show here with DWP for Dance Gavin Dance. In just minutes, you're going to see the band perform live here on Tower Bridge for Tree City Sessions 2. So exciting. Again, my name's Caity Babs. If you haven't got your tickets yet, go and do that. Watch dancegavindance.com right here or there, here, wherever it is. Get your tickets.
Sugar daddy. Let's make a fool of ourselves and crash your party.